Hi, everyone. My name is Danielle Glorioso, Executive Director for the UC San Diego Center for Healthy Aging and the Stein Institute for Research on Aging. Today, I'd like to talk about resilience and share an exercise that you can easily do from home. So, what is resilience and why should we bother to improve it? Researchers and therapists like myself think of resilience as the ability to adapt in a positive way in the presence of adversity, or the ability to bounce back from the stressors of life. As many of you know, our mental and physical health are intertwined, and research shows that people with high levels of resilience have better psychological outcomes, better coping abilities, stronger immune systems, and have a longer life expectancy. So you can understand why it would be important for us to focus on resilience in older adults. Resilience is especially important now during COVID-19. It can help us alleviate the stress, anxiety, and loneliness that many of us are experiencing during this difficult time. The good news is, resilience is a skill that can be learned and enhanced. So, here at the Center for Healthy Aging, we came up with a resilience intervention for older adults in senior living communities. And we are proud to say that these studies have been featured in the media all over the world. And we are especially happy that right now, during the pandemic, this intervention is being used by senior living communities right here in San Diego County to help support older adults during this difficult time. Our resilience intervention consists of a series of sessions led by a group leader with a number of different exercises and activities. So today in this video, I wanted to share with you one of the activities that you can do from home. This is the Promoting Resilience Through Values-Driven Activities, and it consists of 3 steps. Number 1, a reflection exercise. Number 2, goal setting. And number 3, journaling. So let's start with step 1. First, let's consider what makes your life meaningful and enjoyable. This is a reflection exercise where I'd like to ask you to think about your personal values and what holds the most meaning to you in your life. So really take a moment to reflect on what matters to you in the areas that seem to hold special value. This exercise will help you in creating goals and activities that will help you respond to the priorities in your life and enhance your overall well-being. So think about the values that you hold most important. For example, it could be family relationships. It could be social relationships. It could be continued learning. It could be spirituality. You think of everything that is important to you and jot them down. Completing this exercise will help you for your next step, which is to identify and create goals and activities that aim to enhance your well-being. And remember, no purpose or value is ever too small. So step 2, goal setting. Now that you've taken a moment to determine your personal values and priorities, you're ready to start identifying some goals for yourself. Take a piece of paper and list out the activities and steps involved in meeting each one of your goals. You may need to adjust these activities based on the new realities of COVID and the limitations that we have with social distancing. But please take a moment and be creative in utilizing the different tools that you may have around your home, and including for those of us who do utilize technology, ways in which technology may be available to us to accomplish these goals. So for example, if your goal is to do more physical activity, you'd start with some steps. So we'll start with step 1, reading about the benefits of yoga. Perhaps yoga is something that's always intrigued you and you've always wanted to try. So now would be a time to read about the benefits of yoga. Step 2, find ways that you could do yoga right now from your home. Perhaps it's an online class via Zoom or Skype. They do offer those live online. Perhaps it's a YouTube video or even a yoga class on your television. Step 3, make a schedule. How many times a week do you want to do yoga? Be concrete with yourself. Number 4, ask a friend to join you and join your Zoom class, or to take a class with you, or just check in with you every week to see how your progress is going. In general, if you believe that completing a particular activity would bring a sense of pleasure or accomplishment, then it probably would be good to include it. And be sure when you choose these activities that you pick goals that can be easily measured and observed. Pick things that are concrete So, for example, if your goal is to connect with your friends more often, perhaps you'd make a goal of calling your friend Vera twice a week. Or if your goal is to engage in more art or to take an art class, be clear with yourself about how often you'd like to take that class or how many minutes a week you'd like to try painting. You might feel like there's little opportunity to do certain activities because you feel they're just too difficult or out of reach right now, given our limitations with COVID. However, in our experience, almost everyone can start with a small activity and slowly work your way to the more difficult ones. Therefore, I'd suggest selecting activities of different levels of difficulty. You can choose activities that you're already doing on a regular basis but would like to do more of. So ask yourself, what's one thing I know I can accomplish today that helps me move in a direction that I want to go? Remember choosing concrete steps to help reach your personal values. The more you work towards your values, the more pleasurable and meaningful the activities will be. And finally, let's move to step 3, journaling. Let's try to accomplish the goals that we're doing and document them. So, over the next 4 weeks, I suggest keeping a daily journal. And what you would do is at the end of each day, write one event or experience that made you happy that day and why. And then write one thing that you accomplished or an activity that you participated in that made you feel proud and describe why. Reflecting on the day in the form of journaling has shown to be beneficial to enhancing resilience. Keeping a daily journal is a way to consciously call attention to the things that make us feel happy and proud. By journaling, we turn our focus and become more aware of the events and experiences that make us happy. So have fun with this, everyone. Modify it and make it your own. Most importantly, I hope that you find it will be a meaningful endeavor for yourself. Please take a moment to share your experiences with us and communicate with us about how you're doing and how you like this exercise. I wish you all the very best. We'll talk soon.